Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash. Now, in my community section, you guys would have realized that I've asked whether if you guys needed me to cover any topics due to the lack of news we're getting on the new seasons of our DCTV shows. Now, another requested one, just like yesterday's video, was for me to go over Arrowverse crisis changes. Now, I will narrow this down to just The Flash, otherwise we'll be here for hours. So before I go over these crisis changes for The Flash, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Now for this, I will be going over scenes from The Flash Season 6 Episode 10, Season 6 Episode 13, 14, 15, and 18. And I will also be going over Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 4, as those are where most of the changes are at. Okay, so starting off, the obvious, I will go over the map. The map has changed. Now, due to Crisis on Infinite Earths, we've obviously had some Earths merging with Earth Prime. Now, changes to the map include Freeland, National City, Metropolis, Smallville, Fortress of Solitude, and Gorilla City now being part of this new Earth that was created. Obviously meaning all those characters that lived on those areas are now part of the new Earth as well. So Supergirl's now on Earth Prime, Superman's on Earth Prime, Black Lightning's on Earth Prime. But there are more map changes than just that, such as Barry's parents, Nora Allen and Henry Allen's grave has now moved to another location, which we got revealed in Season 6 Episode 13, alongside more map changes being revealed in Central City, which was 3.75 trillion other crisis changes, as we found out from Gideon in Season 6 Episode 13 as well. Not just that, but Atlantis is part of Earth Prime as well, as we've seen Cisco travel there a couple of times to do some post-crisis changes research. Now, to go over post-crisis timeline changes, we will have to have a look at Season 6 Episode 10 on the board where Cisco wrote all those timeline changes that happened. So I will be picking up things from there, as I wasn't able to read the entire thing because the camera isn't focused properly. So whatever I was able to pick out, I will just be going over those. So starting off from the year 2000. We obviously had the death of Barry Allen's mother, Nora Allen, and this was obviously from Eobard Thawne in the night that Barry Allen's mother died. But in the year of 2003, we have Kara Zor-El, aka Supergirl, crash landing on Earth in National City. In 2005, we had the Martian Manhunter thing where Kara's dad, Alex's dad, Jeremiah, saves John from Hank Henshaw, and is when John first takes over the identity of Hank Henshaw. In 2007, we obviously have the Queen's Gambit sinking. This was obviously the year Oliver Queen got stranded on Lian-Yu as well. In 2008, this was when Slade Wilson got injected by Mirakuru. In 2009, Jefferson Pierce stops being Black Lightning. So obviously in Black Lightning Season 1, we did find out that Jefferson has retired for a while before he takes up the mantle again. I've only watched the first episode of Black Lightning, so I'm way far behind, but I do know that he's retired for a while. But also adding to that, on 2009, we also have the Alpha Omega virus being unleashed in Hong Kong. And this was obviously in the Arrow Season 3 flashbacks. In 2012, we obviously have the Hood debuts in Starling City, so obviously this is where the events of Arrow Season 1 begins. In 2013, which was obviously the Undertaking, this was where this earthquake takes place and destroys the Glades, and this was the Arrow Season 1 finale. In 2014, we have the particle accelerator explosion, which obviously results to Barry Allen getting struck by lightning. And also in 2014, we have Slade Wilson's army invading Starling City. But adding to that later on as well, we have Barry Allen waking up from his coma and he becomes the Flash. And also in 2014, we have John Diggle Jr. and Sarah Diggle both being born, so they are indeed confirmed to be twins. In 2015, we have Bruce Wayne last being seen in Gotham City, and this is when Bruce Wayne obviously disappears and we don't hear about him ever since. Also in 2015, we have the debut of Supergirl in National City, and Rip Hunter recruits the Legends. So yeah, big things do happen in 2015. But in 2016, we obviously had the world's finest crossover between Supergirl and The Flash. And instead of Barry getting lost all the way to Earth 38, now I'm guessing the Tachyon just takes him to National City and they just do their crossover like that, and that's when they first meet, I guess. But also in 2016, we have Zoom's army invading. But hold on a second, how's this possible if Earth 2 has been changed? Well, actually over here, it says it in brackets that this has been created by a singularity, not from Earth 2. So that is a massive crisis change from The Flash Season 2. And we also had the very first big invasion crossover as well. In 2016, we also have The Ray debuting. Now, The Ray was the guy from Crisis on Earth X. Well, he's from Earth X. Now, I thought Earth X didn't exist anymore, but it turns out I was wrong. So, does that mean that Citizen Cold could be alive as well, since The Ray is pretty much said to be alive? I don't know, but I'm very interested to find out. Maybe we'll find out later. But in 2017, we obviously had Crisis on Earth X. Now, here's the interesting thing. Instead of Earth X being like Earth 51, it says Barry and Iris's wedding interrupted by time-traveling Nazi clones. So yeah, that's a massive crisis change as well, and I just think it's a cover-up for them saying, oh, there's no multiverse, so they're just time-traveling clones. But in 2018, we also had President Marston exposed as an alien, which took place in Supergirl Season 4, I believe. And also in 2018, we have the debut of Batwoman, and not just that, but Black Lightning returns from his retirement. And also Thunder, who is Black Lightning's daughter, I believe, debuts as well. So yeah, these are big events that occurred in Earth Prime as well. But in 2019, we obviously have Crisis on Infinite Earths beginning, and in 2020, the heroes return and stop the Anti-Monitor. So yeah, this was the post-crisis timeline, and it was really interesting to go over, although it was quite short. But we do have more crisis changes adding on to that. That was revealed as well. So we obviously have the death of the Speedforce as well, and that was due to the Spectre unlocking Barry's potential during Crisis Part 4. We also have the confirmation from Eric Wallace that Jay Garrick and his wife Joan are now part of Earth Prime as well, and we're obviously going to see Jay Garrick next season, as well as it was confirmed by John Wesley Shipp himself. Another change was that the Flash and Pied Piper were enemies, and that was due to Barry hurting Hartley's right-hand man, and that was revealed in Season 6, Episode 18 in terms of a flashback. Now, although they're in good terms now, this was still a crisis change that happened. And lastly, another crisis change that took place that affects the Flash was that Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, is now Voldemorting across the city due to him not having a body of Harrison Wells anymore, due to Nash Wells being the new Harrison Wells. So the negative Speedforce is shielding him from timeline changes, meaning he's like a spirit and he needs to take up the body of someone. Well, I guess you could count the Nash Wells thing as another crisis change as well, as all the other Wellses are now living in him. So I guess you could count that as a crisis change as well. But yeah, these are all the crisis changes that I was able to find from The Flash. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comment section down below if I've missed anything. I don't think I have, but just tell me if I have. And yeah guys, I will see you guys in my next video.